I find the Isizulu language to be very interesting when it comes to showing respect. Some in the English language would use the word to be euphemistic. Okay, to be euphemistic is when you don't say something exactly as it is, you make it a bit softer. Okay, so you make it a bit softer. You don't. Let me give you one example. You don't say yebo lo muntu ufile. Okay, so you don't say, oh yes, that man is dead. He died. When you speak euphemistically in Isizulu, maybe we would say uyathambisa kancane indlela okhuluma ngayo, uyathambisa noma uyakhuluma ngenhlonipho ngomuntu. You soften a little the expression that you use and you show respect. Maybe then you would not say yebo ufile lo muntu. Maybe you would rather say yebo awucha ushonile. Well, there are some linguists, they don't like the expression ushonile, but it is, people do speak like this. Okay, so I'm giving you an example of when you speak euphemistically. You don't say something straight, as we say in Isizulu, iqiniso elibabayo, the bitter truth, speaking it straight. No, you make it a bit softer. Okay, that's using euphemisms. Okay. Right. So now I want to speak about something similar to using a euphemism. And that is when a certain person or a certain lifestyle by a person is described with a different word in Isizulu so as to make it less offensive for people. Okay. What I mean by that is the lifestyle of a person, what a certain person does. You know, there's a word in Isizulu that just says it straight, and it's like, oof, it's a very strong word. And so you have another word that is placed in its stead to soften the lifestyle of this person, and possibly it is also this word that is used in the place of this strong, just truthful word, may be an attempt. It may be an attempt by the media and people behind the media, newspapers, television, to make you get used to this lifestyle. Okay, just to accept it. Oh, it's fine. You know, that lifestyle is fine. Why? Because another word is now used for this lifestyle to make it less offensive. The example that I'm thinking of in the Isizulu language is the word Umahosha. Umahosha, which is the word for a whore or a prostitute, usually a lady selling her body on the street. And so the usual or traditional word used for such a person is the Isizulu word Umahosha. Now, have you noticed in recent years that another Isizulu word has started to supplant, in other words, to move the old word Umahosha out and to come to the fore in the place of that word Umahosha, and it is the word umqwayizi. This is the word that we see in newspapers these days more than the previous word. And what we have here is, it seems like an attempt to normalize this lifestyle. And it is a linguistic, in other words, it has to do with the use of language. The question is, have you noticed this tactic of trying to soften a certain kind of lifestyle, a certain word, by supplanting it with another word? And in our case, we spoke now about the word Umahosha that says it straight, and umqwayizi that softens the way that an Isizulu speaker over time might come to look at a person, which is usually a lady selling her body on the street.